Hi, I'm Shauna Bokenfor,
Hi, I'm Ross Ahalt.
and welcome to Bokey Bloom's Farms. We have a Hascap orchard here in Sturgeon County. So we're just south of Mornville, between Carbondale and Cardiff Roads. We're right on Highway 2. I grew up just next door actually. I subdivided land off of my parents, so I have the farming blood in me kind of thing.
We are a fairly small operation. We have approximately 6,000 plants. Typically, Hascap are planted at about 1,000 plants per acre, so we are a 6-acre operation. Our plants are varying in age, and so only a few hundred of our plants are at full maturity. Every single year, we have higher and higher yields. The hope is between 1 and 3 pounds per plant. The hope is eventually to be in that 18,000 pounds or so production level for this operation.
The Hascap berries are actually native here in Canada. They grow every province except for BC. They did originate also in Japan and Russia. So we have really tasty ones here now in Canada, and they mechanically harvest so they're commercially viable.
Folks, 2 slightly different varieties. Over here we have what's called Treat, and over here we have Gem.
What we usually say is it tastes like a blueberry, raspberry with a little Saskatoon zing. Kind of gets that combination. It's its own fruit, so you get that kind of sweet, tart flavor to it.
I absolutely love how they taste. And Hascap actually have the most anthocyanins of any berry commercially available or out there at all. They're said to have 3 to 4 times the anthocyanins of something like a blueberry. But we're also seeing a lot of research being done into their anti-inflammatory effects. There's research being done into how they can be used with people recovering from cancer, from some of our senior citizens and how they could be using it.
So would you like to see our Hascap plants? Let's walk out into the orchard. So come with us this way. We can show you the 2 different varieties that we have. We have mostly Indigo Gem and Aurora. So you need the 2 different varieties in order to cross-pollinate to get berries. Hascap are interesting when you look at them, it doesn't look like there's berries there, but if you lift up the branches, the berries are underneath. So these are the Indigo Gem. Those are ones that are ripe right now.
You can see here even, we've got berries that are ripe and ready to eat, and some that are a bit green, so that's why the season can last 2 to 3 weeks.
Here's one that's getting closer, so it's purple. We collect every drop of rainwater that we can into tanks. So we've got manifolds coming out here, and then we've got orchard tubing underneath the fabric, and we have valves on each one. So orchard tubing is there's an emitter every 3 feet. So we were very purposeful planting our plants every 3 feet. So it drips moisture onto there. We can provide some fertilizer as well to keep the plants nice and healthy and producing. And then over here is our Aurora plants. The Indigo Gem are rounder bushes. These ones grow more upright. I've got the Indigo Gem berry, so they're a smaller, rounder berry, and Ross is holding an Aurora berry. So they're longer, more like an elongated blueberry they look like. So mine is ripe right now, so if you look on the inside, it's nice and purple. So we know that they're ready. Versus Ross's, it looks purple on the outside, but it's still green on the inside. So it still needs a week or 2 to ripen. It'll be quite tart right now.
Hascap berries, by their nature, because of the way they grow sort of under the leaves, can be somewhat difficult to actually pick. From day one, we decided that we were going to mechanically harvest. We sourced a very specific Hascap harvester, which is what you see here behind me. This one was imported actually from Poland. And it's specifically designed for Hascap, and what it actually does is it actually sort of bends the branches of the Hascap bush gently over and then shakes the berries off of the Hascap bush onto a conveyor that collects those berries, and then eventually they work their way through the machine, ending up in trays. We tend to harvest at about 0.7, 0.8 kilometers per hour. You want to be as gentle as you can be as you remove the berries from the bush.
And so we catch them in these trays and then we put them into the walk-in freezer behind us. They've frozen for about a day. We can process them and clean them and then bag them so that they're available to the public. We actually had excess berries last year, so we started making some jams and jellies. So we've got like a Hascap jam. So we have some Hascap Saskatoon just for some variety. We have got this Hascap topping, not as thick as a jam, and it's low sugar. This is my personal favorite, the hot pepper Hascap jam. So we've partnered with Vitaliberry Farms Corporation and Foothills Creamery to make this delicious tasting ice cream. It's available seasonally.
There's a number of breweries that are starting to use it as well, so it never hurts that there's a Hascap beer available as well. I like to refer to it as the health food beer.
We want people to know it's available, and there's just endless the things that you can do with it.
We're true believers in that purple berry power.